Gentlemen, we are now going to start the closing ceremony. It will not last long, so in half an hour we will be finishing the closing ceremony. The first speaker of the closing ceremony will be Professor Rui Pinho, that, as you know, has been the chairman of the organizing committee. I take this opportunity when I'm waiting for him to join me here on the stage to thank him a lot. He has been so busy in all this last year that he took a sabbatical leave to prepare and to work on this conference. And he has been so busy in preparing the last slides to give you some statistics and some details about this conference that he is running from the office where he's working to join us in a few seconds. So please stay here with us. I take also this opportunity to thank the many people who have been working Rui in preparing this conference. Some of them were students, some of them were researchers, some of them were simply people who were clerks and working in the university or in the EU Center Foundation, and they really dedicated a great part of their time to have this conference the best possible. I also like to thank the AIM company, who has been fantastic in solving all the problems during the conference, but also in the weeks and months and years before the conference. So since Professor Rui Pinho is now here, I leave the stage to him.
Yeah, it seems that I'm not even quite sure if they have my presentation up there, because I just uploaded it. Seems to be, they do. Yeah, I seem to have spent the entire week running around. The amount of people that I came across and wanted to chat for a minute or two, and I just kept on saying, sorry, I'm running to that room, I'm running over there. Apparently, I just like to run. So, just to close this week and this event, what I'd like to go through with you is just a few numbers to celebrate what we've all achieved, what we've all done here in this week. So, obviously, the first number that we are always very keen on sort of understanding and very proud of when the numbers do materialize is the number of participants. 4,250 is a number that we observe with quite a great deal of satisfaction. For those of you who do not know, and this will be essentially all of you, Michele Calvi and myself had a bet. We had this bet going on for the past 4 years, 3-4 years, and the bet was, are we going to go above or not the 4,000 threshold? I hate it. I hate when I lose. He said we were going to go above 4,000, and we did go above 4,000. Just, you always right, and I don't like that. We've started with the welcome reception. I don't know if you remember, we had launched a survey on asking who wanted to come to the welcome reception. We got around 1,000 people that confirmed that they would come to the welcome reception, and then we found ourselves with almost double the individuals there, and that was a good sign. It was a sign that this week was going to be a success. We had the opening ceremony, we had the gold room, absolutely jam-packed, and it was certainly a very special event with a performance at the end that rendered it all even the more special. 3,500 people in that room, If you would go to that room now, it's completely empty. You would not believe that we can get that many people inside, but we did manage. The evening at La Scala, every time I start talking to someone before I start running, if I talk to someone about the La Scala evening, I get goosebumps. It was truly, truly special. As the Scala director tells us, it's almost like the whole show was prepared for you, for this audience, because of all it had inside. It was not just a classical opera show, but it was much more than that. It was the perfect show for us. I would like to take the credit for it, but again, it was Michele Calvi's idea. It's just a... 161 technical sessions were proposed by the community. This was a real sort of bet that we've made in the beginning, which was to really change the paradigm with which we organize conferences. So rather than just having papers being submitted and then you have the scientific committee deciding how to distribute those papers, those submissions within different sessions, we ask the community to propose which sessions should be organized and to invite potential speakers at those sessions. You've seen that we've called them technical sessions rather than the normal, more commonly used term of special sessions, because they're all like this, so there would not be anything special about them because they're all like this. So we insist on calling them technical sessions, and many of you insist on telling me that they are special sessions. So this is a debate that will go on for long, but they were quite a success. We received these 161 proposals, which we then some of them were merged, so we ended up with 150 technical sessions that were run during this conference. 340 conveners organized those sessions, and as you can see there, with a really global representativeness as far as the country of origin of those conveners is concerned. We, in the period of spring, early summer of 2023, we invited the submission, the initial submission of abstracts, and as you can see, the numbers were quite overwhelming. 5,500 initial submissions with 7,000 authors coming from really all over the world, as you can see there. And then we went from this into the final confirmed submissions. So not just the initial proposals, but the really confirmed submissions. Now, there is a piece of information in that slide there that does not really correspond to the truth. And whilst I have a sip of water, I keep on running, so I'm a little bit thirsty. I'll let you guess which one it is. It says there that the final submissions took place between August 2023 and January 2024. Now, this was the wish, this was the aim, but many submissions arrived late. So that January 2024 extended quite a little bit. I would say that some of you really tested our patience. But again, huge number of authors, and also I want to emphasize that other novelty, which was the fact that in this World Conference on Earthquake Engineering, we did something that was not typical in conferences on earthquake engineering, which was to accept abstract-only submissions. And this was a big success, as you can see from those numbers, and I'm really happy that we've opened up to this possibility, because really the importance in coming to these conferences is coming to these conferences, is participating, is interacting, is listening, is engaging. And so if that comes through the form of an abstract rather than a manuscript, I think that's perfectly valid, and the numbers do confirm that it was a good choice. As I've said in the past, we're very keen on everything being as digital as possible. When I say in the past, I said in the past few days, as digital as possible. So the proceedings are online. They were opened up last Friday, so a week ago. In this platform, this online platform that you see there, it's not the online platform with the proceedings of just this World Conference, of this current one in Milan, but it actually has all the proceedings of all the past conferences. This has been possible thanks to the work of Professor Rai and ICEE that have kept those proceedings throughout the years. And we had to change and revamp a little bit the platform so that we could apply to the possibility of the papers of the World Conference, not just this one, but of all the editions of the World Conference being indexed by Scopus. We have not yet received a formal confirmation. We've been waiting for quite a few months. We keep on asking them, can you give us an answer now? Because you keep on asking us, are these papers going to be indexed in Scopus? So we're still waiting, but we've done everything that we were supposed to do to get these papers indexed by Scopus, but we're still waiting for that to be confirmed. So that's one of the reasons why there was this change in the platform, is to comply with all the requirements of Scopus. Right now, so since this past Friday, and I really underline it's right now, it's currently, when you log in, you have the proceedings of all the past conferences openly available, whilst the proceedings for this conference, you need to log in with the email registered with this conference. And the reason why we're doing that is because we have uploaded into this platform also PDF copies of the presentations of those authors that authorized us to do that, as well as the video recordings of all the plenary lectures and of the opening and of the closing ceremony. So all of that is currently available, but it's available on a login basis. In the future, at some stage, we will remove the need to log in. This will be made available openly, but we are at that stage. The idea is to remove the PDFs of the presentations and to probably, we need to see, but certainly move the video recordings of the plenary sessions somewhere else. And this will just become a typical proceedings with only the papers. But currently you can use this as a repository for presentations as well as video recordings of the plenary sessions. Now, one thing that we did in this conference, another innovation that we've introduced was a secret competition. So this was done with the support of MDPI. And so I say secret because we obviously did not announce it because we did not want to influence the outcome of it with an announcement. But what we have done is that we have been monitoring the number of downloads of papers in this platform. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that, as you could see as well, you could see it in the slides, there's been quite a lot of activity already throughout the week in this platform with 9,400 downloads of papers already. So we wanted to know which paper would have been the one with the highest number of downloads, and then to recognize that paper and those authors. And the paper is the one that you see there, machine learning-based seismic damage limit state models for corroded reinforced concrete bridge piers. It was presented in the technical session AIM 1. I do not know if the authors of this paper are here because we were monitoring this up until 10 minutes ago. But if the authors of this paper are here, I would invite them to come to the stage for a quick round of applause. But I don't know if they are. We did not warn the authors because we were waiting until the last minute to have the most recent statistics. Are the authors of this paper here? If they are not, we will obviously send them an email with a nice sort of oh, there you go, sir. Oh, okay. He's not really the author of the paper.
I'm proud to say that they are my colleagues, very close friend at BITS Pilani, Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Hyderabad campus, India. So we have a very good research team there. So you're all welcome to visit us. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, and again, congratulations to your colleagues. We will obviously, as I said before, communicate this via email. A huge success as well of this event was the presence in the exhibition space. It was always packed. We had 110 exhibitors, and as I said as well in the build-up to this conference, we always felt this was very, very important because we needed to bring the two worlds together. The academia with the industry sector, with all sorts of associations and organizations that were present with a booth in exhibition space. This was a true success as well. We had a mobile shake table, another first. And when I got the numbers 15 minutes ago, I could not believe it. So they were telling me that the whole morning the shake table was going and there were people still using it. And it's 1,300 conference participants tried this shake table. As for those of you who did not try it, so what we're doing runs of 3 tests where you would first have you would feel the strong ground motion as it would have been recorded at foundation level, at the ground level. Then you would have it at, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 stories high, and then at 7 stories high, so that you could also gain an understanding of how the response of the building changes the ground motion that you have on the floor. Very, very interesting. Even just by looking at it, you could really see the difference in terms of displacements and frequency content of that motion. It was very, very, very interesting. We also had our, Euros, the European Football Championship or Soccer Championship, depending from which part of the world you come from, is going on. So we also had the one organized here at the conference. There were 32 teams enrolled, quite a large number of matches, round robin and then knockout stages. And we were supposed again we had a cup and medals prepared, but yesterday after the final, the teams are the 2 that you see there. So you have on the left and right hand side, you have some of the youth center staff that help running the tournament, but then in the center, the 4 individuals that you see in the center are the 2 teams, so the finalists and the runners-up, but they could not be here this morning, so we actually awarded them the cup and the medals yesterday, and we told them that we would show them the photo. So this was really good fun, really entertaining, and personally, I think it's another success of this conference. We organized also a number of technical visits, and one of them was a very peculiar technical visit. It's a night visit to Milan's underground transportation tunnels and infrastructure, and the idea was to allow participants to experience on first-hand different types of construction design and construction technologies, because the visit included tunnels designed and built in 3 different eras, 3 different eras, and therefore really appreciate the differences in that. What are you seeing up there on the photo on the left? It's the time at which this visit was taking place. It's 2:42 in the morning when they were down in the tunnels. The visit finished at around 3:30. And then we have 3 more visits that are going to be taking place this afternoon, right after this closing ceremony. And so this is, I can already send a message to remind all the participants of those 3 visits to, as soon as we finish the closing ceremony, to go to the reception area. So the arrival, the reception area of this conference venue, where we'll then guide everyone to the buses that will take us to the labs or to the control room that will be walking distance. I kept saying for the past 6 months that I was going to take part in the night visit to Milan's underground. And everyone kept on telling me, you're not going to make it, you're going to be exhausted. And I kept on saying, no, nothing beats me. I'm going to make it. I did not make it. So when 1 o'clock in the morning arrived, I just said, I actually am too old for this. So of course now I feel quite ashamed and embarrassed about it, but that's the way things go. One last slide, one final slide. Social media presence. We really try to be present in social media, and these are just statistics this week, not the build up to the conference, but just this week. And so again, things that we are very proud of. Really, we really managed to reach really a large number of the community members, and I say community in a wide sense, out there through social media. It's something that we'll keep on doing also in the post conference. Now this is really the final slide. Acknowledgements, a word of thanks. We've been saying this from the start when we did the call for the technical session proposals. We said it right then. So this is January 2023. We wrote in the call for proposals, this wants to be a community-based conference. So a conference that is organized by the community and not by a sort of centralized organizing committee. And hence, if this conference has been a success, which I believe it has been, and the numbers demonstrate that success is a result of the work that all of you did. Again, it's not a centralized effort, it's an effort of the community. This was a conference built by the community, and therefore, thank you, community, for making this happen. But I do want to have a special word of gratitude for those that have made this event possible, working a little bit or quite a lot in the background. And we don't see them presenting papers, we don't see them going onto the shake table. I was going to say, we don't see them dancing in the party last night, but then I remember, no, I actually saw some of them dancing during the party last night as well. And so, very, very special word of thanks. I can see many of them here in the venue right now. I'm Group, the staff of Valens, MiCo, Joker that did with all the uploads of the presentations on time, FOH, MiCo DMC. It's really not easy to organize an event of this size. It's very complex. As you saw, people coming from more than 80 different countries, 4,300 people. There's so many things that can go wrong and that do go wrong. Things are never perfect, but the willingness and the availability to address all those difficulties has been really superb. I think all of you experienced that in particular during this week. You've really realized, I believe, how available and professional all these staff of these companies were. So I really would like you to join me in a round of applause, because I can see many of the staff are here in this room for the effort that they did. And that's it. And this thank you is not thank you for watching this presentation. This thank you is thank you for making this event possible. Thank you once again. I will now call onto the stage Professor Michele Calvi.
Don't worry, this is not an additional talk. The Youth Center Foundation, where I've been for many years president and now Rui is serving as vice president, established a number of years ago a prize. That prize is today called Nigel Priestley Prize, but it was started in 2008, 16 years ago, as the Roosevelt Prize. And the reason was to reward professional or academics that were really demonstrating something exceptional in creativity, in innovation capacity, in obtaining extraordinary achievement in professional activities and in education. This prize normally is assigned at an event that takes place every 2 years at an international seminar. But since this year there was the opportunity of the World Conference, instead of doing as usual, we decided that it would have been appropriate to do it here at the presence of a much larger international community. The first winner in 2008 was Professor Michael John Nigel Priestley. I have been talking about him yesterday. The prize was a piece of art. And the name was changed from Roskilde Prize to Nigel Priestley Prize after 2014. We cannot hear the voice. Okay. Anyway, in the Roskilde seminar of 2014, Nigel Priestley was talking about the assignment of that prize, and he was very shortly describing how his activity at the Roskilde had really been the most rewarding activity of his life. This was something not necessarily prophetic, because he perfectly knew that his health was not at the top, and actually a few months later he passed away. And after his passing away, the use of the prize was to be used on his grave in Christchurch, overlooking the ocean. Now, this is a brief history of the prize. After Nigel Priestley, there have been a number of relevant names like Vitelmo Vertero, Luis Esteva, Steve Kramer, Anil Chopra, Greg Fembes, that were getting this prize. And today here, in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we are going to know who is going to be the 2024 winner. The prize has always been traditionally a piece of art. This year, the title of this piece of art is Bewilderment, and we have with us the artist, Dr. Paolo Cristiani, who will join me here immediately. And while he will say just 30 seconds about his sculpture, I go to the other side, and when he tells me, I will uncover the size, and you have the photographs in the next slide. Just tip down this one you want to show.
Thank you, Michele. Good morning. When we spoke with Professor Calvi in January this year on the sculpture subject for this prize, I told him that I might be not the amazement, not the terror, but the survival disorientation after an earthquake. So this terracotta were the eyes of an old man. They express bewilderment. The name and the title chosen by Michele for the prize. Thank you.
So stay here with me. This is a sculpture made with clay, and it's a very nice piece of art. Can get closer later on, but now you have to discover the other half. So the other half is who is the winner of 2024, and the winner of 2024 is Professor Masayoshi Nakashima. Masayoshi, join me. I don't know where you are. Okay, here. Well, you all know very well Masayoshi Nakashima because he has been the president of the International Association for 4 years formally, but more than that because he served in a more extended period. And the committee recognized his merit and his exceptional contribution, as I was saying earlier, on earthquake engineering, education, international communication, fostering of a real community. So please, Masayoshi, join us on the, yes, please. And this is so thank you. And this is all what I had to say now, so I think I pass directly the stage to Farzad Naeim, who is going to close the conference with some note about what happened and decisions in the International Association.
Thank you, Michele. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to speak my talk is not going to last more than 2, 3, 4 minutes, so be patient. IAEE had its meeting. New officers were elected. The president-elect is Michele Calvi, here. Executive Vice President is Ken Elwood, Professor Ken Elwood. And Vice President, Dr. Carlos Ventura of University of British Columbia. Eight directors were also elected. 6 of them are the second-term directors continuing on. We have added 2 new directors, someone you know, Professor Rui Pinho of Italy and Dr. Judith Mitrani-Reiser of United States. To promote diversity, gender-wise, geographic-wise, and expertise-wise, 3 other members are going to be elected and added so that the total number of the directors is going to be 11. We also elected 5 new honorary members: David M. Bohr of USA, I.M. Idris of USA, Anne Krimijian of USA, Chin Hisyong Lu of Taiwan, and Miha Tomasevic of Slovenia. I personally and IAEE, we really want to thank Professor Rui Pinho, who is, in my opinion, the hero of this conference. It would be, yeah. Also, IAEE wishes Professor Rodolfo Saragoni, who is an honorary member of IAEE, the vice president of 16th World Conference, which occurred in Chile, and national delegate of Chile. We want to thank him We know that he is sort of dealing with some illnesses. We wish him fast recovery, and we want to see him again because we miss him. The next World Conference, 19th World Conference, will be held in Montreal, Canada, in October 1 to 6, 2028, and I want to see every one of you there. Now, with that, I want to pass it on to Canadian delegates to make a short presentation. Thank you all.
I can say that we are very excited and very scared to match what happened in this conference. Rui, you did an amazing job, and it will be really tough to match what you have done here. But we are committed to do that. Okay. You remember that Ashraf said that there are three things in life that are important: health, happiness, and wealth. And we're going to be committed to make you happy at the conference. And the way to do that is by this wonderful committee of people that we have organized. There are a few other members that you can see there, and all of us will work together to ensure that the next conference will be as successful as this one. So I just want to show you a couple of things about what we are planning to do. The theme of the conference, as you say, is collaboration, learning, innovation, and implement. The first two themes are the traditional themes that have been done since the first conference, and the second and third and fourth ones is what we want to go to do: innovate and implement, and recognize diversity in different areas that we have, diversity in interests from different countries, etc. Our goal is to promote resilience and establish a dialogue and collaboration between all of us that will be attending the conference. So where are we going to meet? This is the Palais de Congrès in Montreal. It's a beautiful facility. It's set up to welcome all of you, and we'll provide details on further down and how we're going to coordinate, hopefully close to 4,000 people, now that we know that this is the numbers that are people that are attending today. And we learn a lot of lessons from this conference, and we are going to take advantage of those lessons to make this conference really a pleasure for you too, and enjoyable. Okay. And the advantage of this conference venue is that it's in downtown Montreal. It's hotels, restaurants, places to go and enjoy. If you like music, jazz, etc., you can reach those in short distance. There are a number of activities. Hotels are nearby, etc. And that's something that you're definitely going to enjoy in the place where we're going to have the conference. What about the city? Okay, some of you have visited Montreal, but if you haven't done it, you're going to find that it's an exquisite city. It's an amazing city. It's a world-class city, excellent food, excellent entertainment opportunities, a lot of things to see, very safe, very walkable. Okay, Marie-José can tell you later on how she enjoys living in Montreal. Okay, so it's a city that you will feel at home, and that's our purpose, to make you feel very comfortable, very welcome, and enjoy the experience that we're going to offer. So we're going to show in a 45-second video about the city, and then I'll let Marie-José tell you a few more things, and then we close this one. So hopefully this will. Yeah. Okay.
I think it went. No. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you all. I'm going to say a few words before we let you go. First of all, you had just a quick overview of Montreal, but if you come, you will say it's a great city. There's a lot to do, a lot to see, and I want to reassure you, in the beginning of October, the weather is nice. We don't have snow. And, you know, there's the time of the fall, beginning of the fall, so it's very beautiful. We are very, very grateful and happy to have the next conference in Montreal, and we would like to thank all of you who have supported us, even those who didn't know they would supporting us with the little funny sticker we gave you, but it was for supporting our candidacy. And on this word, I would like to say that we wish you will come in many to see us in Montreal in 2028. Bienvenue à Montréal. Ci vediamo presto.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Merci.
Okay. So, not there yet, just one formality, one good tradition that needs to be carried out. You remember in the opening ceremony, Professor Calvi introduced the totem stick of the World Conferences that is passed like the Olympic torch from one organizer to the next. And so naturally, it is now the time, and I'm actually quite happy about it, to pass this totem stick to the organizers of the next World Conference. So come here. Thank you. We have finished. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazing. Thank you very much for the hospitality.
My pleasure.
Thank you. So we have to find a box for this and ship it home?
Yes, so I have, because I was late, I came out running, but we have a bag for that.
Okay. Okay.
I was going to bring it here, but then they called me, the keynote is finished. Where are you? Okay, so I can, I'll stay here.
Is the bag where it's wrapped properly for coffee?
Yes, it has the bubble thing.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait for you.
Either you wait for me or...
Yeah, we'll wait for you.